What's up, replay viewers? What's up, guys? How's it going? Way here. We're in downtown Los Angeles. Just finished teaching for the day. Hello, Matt. HHS drummer. Rapid quickfire. So, guys, I'm in downtown LA. Hello, Cody. Hello, hello. Behind me is the Colburn School, which is where I teach in downtown LA. And we just finished teaching for the day. Emmett! Chen Chen. How's it going, guys? Thanks for coming on in. And go ahead and swipe right and share if you like. Hey, drum slinger. What you see behind me is the Colburn School, where I teach downtown. Over here is the Broad Museum, which just opened this past year, and it's a big museum downtown. And then over here, many of you probably recognize, which is the Walt Disney Concert Center. And then I'm going to turn around just for a second. You can see all the cars over here, and these are the people who are watching me talking to the phone right now, saying, "What is going on?" So, like I said, I just finished teaching for the day, and I figured that we would go for a little stroll. And I was trying to find a cool zone for today. Hey, what's up, Beetle Percussion? MJM, thanks for jumping in here. I thought, oh, well, I'm going to find a cool zone for my final 5 for 5. And then as I was walking around here, I was like, oh, well, I bet a lot of people haven't seen, like, downtown LA up close. So, thanks for inviting followers, Beetle, Victor Boy, thanks for joining. There's this, let me show you this real quick. There's this metal plate right here that's missing the rivets to hold it down. So every time a car drives by, it goes ka-chong, 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 ka-chong. And that's one of those things that when I see, I just think, when is someone gonna fix this? You know, and maybe the answer is I should fix it, but you know, obviously I'm not gonna be able to fix it. I don't have these rivets. Although I really want to take the rivets over here that no one drives over and move them over to the plate that everyone does drive over. Anyway, back to the point. Thanks for tapping hearts, guys. If you're just joining me for the first time, my name is Huei. I'm a professional musician in Los Angeles, California, and today is my final installment of a challenge that I issued earlier this week called the hashtag Huei 5 for 5. And the challenge was to practice for 5 days for 5 minutes. 5 minutes for 5 days in a row. And today is my 5th day. What's up, Hunter? Thanks for joining. Ilian, Alejandro, thank you for joining, guys. So as soon as this light turns green, I'm going to walk across, and I thought I'd just do a quick scope. Rather than wait until I got to the zone to set up, I thought, oh, some people may not have seen downtown LA before, so you can come with me as we walk across and check it out. So, guys, tell me where you're watching from. Hello, Ariano, Dave, Fred, hi. Alabama, Nina, thanks for joining. What's up, Fred? How much? Scotland? Whoa, cool. I would like to see what Scotland looks like. Mississippi. Kevin. Ohio, Boston. Jacksonville, Florida. Excellent. Ohio. Was that a refreshing drink? This is just water. Water in a glass. I've been fighting off this cough, and I've been drinking water constantly all day. Those of you who are tapping right now, Ariano, Sweden. That is awesome. I don't know anybody from Sweden. And now I know Viola. Ricola. Yeah, you know it, Matt. You know. As soon as I get there, I need to pop a Ricola before we get started. So, guys, those of you who are tapping hearts right now, thanks a lot. I appreciate that. It makes these always much more exciting to do. And then if you've swiped right and shared and invited your followers and your friends and say, hey, I'm checking out downtown LA. This is the Walt Disney Concert Hall. This is where the LA Phil gives all their concerts, and there's lots of world-famous groups that come through here all the time. I'm gonna push this button. Here we go. Now we're walking. Now, that's the line to get into the Broad Museum over there. The Broad Museum just opened, I think at the end of last year, if I'm not mistaken. And the museum is totally free. Thanks for inviting people on Twitter and your followers, guys. I think there's a way to do it on Facebook, which I haven't figured out how to do that yet. But the Broad Museum is actually free. They built this building last year and built this museum, which is, I mean, literally, that's the Walt Disney Concert Hall, and that's the Broad Museum. It's like, whoa. Talk about primo real estate, right? But the museum is free. I haven't been in yet, but I heard it's amazing. And it's free. All you have to do is reserve your spot online, get tickets in advance, and then you can check it out. So right now, We're just walking at the stairs. There's the Walt Disney Concert Hall. We're kind of in the area, and we're walking up the stairs here. And there's like a little secluded garden area that sometimes is completely dead. Sometimes there's a lot of people checking out. So I figured we'd walk over there and just see what it looks like. And if there's a zone that I think would be appropriate to just set up and drum for a little bit, we might check it out. Reception might get a little spotty, so why don't you guys just tell me, what did you do today? How was your Good Friday? What did everyone spend their time on today? I know no school for a lot of people. Phone's gonna die soon, so later, Huei. Awesome. Thanks, Emmett. Thanks for jumping in here. Productive. Excellent. Let me give you guys a view of what I watched your awesome. Look at this. Thanks, Hunter. Grading. Awesome. Look at this, guys. Ran 5 miles. Making shirts. Cool. Okay, so check this out. Here's this like little center area. We're in this kind of bought an iPad Pro. Oh, sweet. I don't know anything about those. Beautiful. So check this out. This is kind of, I mean, this is in the heart of the city too, which is cool because usually when you're downtown, it's madness everywhere. But there's this little secluded area of peace. These people have suitcases. I wonder where they're coming from or where they're going. I bet that's all equipment or gear. Gorgeous scene. Thank you. Can't take credit for it, but I figured I'd bring you guys along with me so you could enjoy it with me as I was walking. Everyone gets their publicity shots done. Let me show you this. There's a wedding shoot going on right now. I don't want to be too intrusive, but over here, this is the zone that like every musician in LA gets their publicity shots done. They stand here. It's a gigantic wind tunnel, which is why it's so probably like super windy for you guys. But you stand here and it's got all this reflection stuff, and you know, this looks like something out of Wizard of Oz. Marching Perk, thanks for joining. Oh guys, I think I found it. Yes. So this is the zone that I was imagining and I was hoping would be open, but check this out. And show you some perspective. This is a gigantic empty amphitheater that sometimes they host summer performances in. And it's outdoors and there's nobody in here, so nice. Perfect. So the question is, should I do it from the top of the amphitheater? I'll show you a view from the top. Ugh. Look at this. And there's nobody here. It's just me and you guys. Is this reception coming out? This is the top. It's really small. So chances I'm already at the top. This is the top of the theater. And here's the roof and you're good. Awesome. And then let me give you a view of outside. That's what LA looks like right now. What time is it? It's just after 6 o'clock over here for us. So I can do it down there, or I think I'm just gonna sit up here. We'll do it from up here so that when people walk through, they'll be like, what's going on? Right, it's Friday. You know, it's rush hour right now, so I bet a lot of people are sitting in traffic. Remember, they're eating. Sing for us. What would you like to hear? I'm gonna pull out some cough drops. That actually reminds me to pull out some cough drops. Yesterday everyone was singing Ricola Rainbow. Oh, Colin, my man. It's like, who else would request Rainbow? Oh, the Rainbow? Bohemian Rhapsody. Sweet. Colin, what years did you march? '13, '15, excellent. And what instrument? What section did you play in? Keebs! Kelly. Mellophone. Cool, man. Well, nice to meet you. Nice to connect. What's up, Keebs? So here's a quick update, guys. We are up here in this awesome amphitheater area. And I'm gonna set up here. Do you and Carl have the same pads or same type of beetle pads? Good question. They look the same, but they're actually a little bit different. They're the same size. They're both what they call the travel pad. But on mine, I've got the 1/4 inch rubber, and Carl's got the 3/16 inch rubber. He's been doing more marching percussion stuff, which is a lot of what I've been doing also. But I think the way that Beetle describes it on their website is that the 1/4 inch rubber is a little thicker, so you feel a little bit more rebound. Maybe it's a little bit more like a concert snare drum. And then the 3/16 is a little firmer, more articulate, so used for marching percussion. So I got Carl the 3/16. Gotta go. I'll catch replay later. No worries. Okay. Awesome, guys. So tell you what, I'm gonna set up. Give me like a minute. I'm gonna sign off for just a second, get some stuff set up, and then I'll sign back on, and we'll start our final Huei 5 for 5. Okay. All right. I'll see you guys in a second. Thanks for jumping in, guys. Bye. All right. Welcome back, guys. Replay viewers, hello. Thanks for joining me. This is my final Huei 5 for 5, number 5 of my 5 scopes. What's up, Carla? Hunter the drummer. Thanks for jumping in here, guys. Here's my final. Thank you for those hearts. We're set up in this amphitheater, which is like this secret little zone in behind Walt Disney Concert Center. Thank you for those hearts. Beetle Percussion. Thank you for coming back in. Allie, hello. Thanks for coming on in. What's up, Hunter? So I'm set up here. We've got this nice little zone. And drum a little bit, and then I'm gonna log my time and head home for the day. So thanks for inviting followers, Beetle. I appreciate that, guys. If you want to involve people, Hunter, thank you very much. You can just swipe right and tap invite. You can share this on Facebook, which I need to learn how to do. Is it in the same like option area as Twitter and followers? Yes. Okay. Somehow I've never noticed that, but I'll look for that next time. Thank you. Hey, what's up, Will? Shun-Chen, how you doing, guys? So today is my, thanks for inviting, guys. I really appreciate it. And those of you who are tapping hearts, thanks so much. If you're a first-time viewer, my name is Huei. I'm a musician here in Los Angeles, California. We upload the lessons on YouTube. The lessons are already on YouTube, actually. If you go to my YouTube channel, my mom is a master in Facebook, my sister aren't, though. If you go to my YouTube channel, which there's links for that on my website, which is hueiyuanpan.com, or you can also just search for my name. It's youtube.com/Huei-Yuan-Pan, Hueiyuanpan, and all these lesson videos are already uploaded, the first 5 lessons. And this Sunday is going to be our 6th. Oh, that's a bummer, man. And this lesson on Sunday will be our 6th lesson, which will happen at 7 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Hi, how's it going, guys? So thanks for coming in. If you're just joining for the first time, uncalled for, especially on a Good Friday. I know. Seriously, bringing the vibe down. But it's okay. That's the world, and just water off your duck's back. Keep going. No worries. So I'm drumming my 5th lesson today, but I did it a little out of order so I could model what the other one was going to be. Hello from Brazil. Welcome. Thank you for joining the scope. Welcome to Los Angeles, California. We're behind the Walt Disney Concert Hall. Gotta be quick. Keep you on your toes. And this is what Los Angeles looks like on a Friday just after 6 o'clock. And I've got the sweet amphitheater to myself right now, and I'm gonna set up my little zone here. You can check out my little practice zone that I've got set up for you guys. So I'm gonna do some timing maintenance, which was very appropriate. Today we were working on a piece with my students, and I was talking to them about the difference between playing kind of in time and really playing in time. And my word that I always use when I think about rhythm or my timing or when I teach my students is precise. When people hear you play, they should say, wow, the precision on that timing is just like, you know, like you're doing surgery here. You can be so precise with your rhythm. So if you missed the lesson, this was a diagram that I drew in that lesson about timing, and how if this is your time concept, you want to play right in the center of the beat. This is playing on the back side of the beat, and this is playing on the front of the beat, right? And depending on the style of music, like if you're playing bebop, jazz, maybe you want to play on the front side of the beat. If you're playing on the back side of the beat, if you're playing funk or some sort of, you know, like James Brown, you want to lay back and play in the pocket. But for this exercise, I'm trying to play dead center of the beat. And I've seen a lot of guys who play this time exercise. This exercise is not about the notes. I mean, this 1E and a 2E and a 3 and 4 and the pattern itself is not difficult. The pattern in this, or the secret in this, is are you getting a full sound? Are you getting a smooth motion from the stick motion? And are you playing dead center of the beat? So, you study music? Where? I've studied music all over. I'm teaching here in Los Angeles now, but I did my undergrad at the University of Texas in Austin, and then I did my master's in performance at Northwestern in Chicago, and now I'm wrapping up my doctorate at the University of Southern California, which is where we are in Los Angeles now. What's up, Sketchers 8413? Thanks for joining. Hello, Batali Z, Anthony. Thank you for joining, guys. Cool. Yeah. So, guys, if you're just joining, I'm about to start practicing, and when I start practicing, this engaging part doesn't happen as much. If you're tapping hearts, thanks very much. It is very supporting and encouraging to look over and you see your friends hanging out with you, and you guys are tapping hearts, so thank you very much. I am studying in the master's degree in Portugal. In music also? Play the flute. Oh, awesome. Let's connect on Instagram. Ezekiel? Let's connect over Instagram. I don't know any friends from Portugal. My wife and I almost took a vacation to Portugal last year, but then we were expecting our first baby, so we had to postpone the trip. But I would love to come visit sometime, and we should have a coffee together in Portugal. And then you'll come and visit me in Los Angeles, and we'll hang out in Los Angeles together. Sound good? Awesome. All right, here we go, guys. If you'd like to drum along, all these handouts are available for free on my website, Huei-Yuan.com. And if you add /Periscope on the end of it, then you can see all the replay Periscopes that I've posted that I think are valuable. And the lessons, like I said again, are on my YouTube page. But this is all free. You can play along with me. So I'm just going to practice for 5 minutes. This is my 5th day of practicing for 5. And head home. My dad plays guitar for Evanescence. Oh, cool. All right, here we go. Turn this up just a little bit. Quick story. When I took lessons with Jim Ross, who plays in the Chicago Symphony Orchestra, there were lessons where for an hour he would just have me play the first 3 notes of something, like of an excerpt. Da-ga-da, da-ga-da. And he'd say, like, if you don't get the first note or the first 3 notes, I mean, the rest of it doesn't even matter. And I would spend like 30 minutes just playing the first note or the first 3 notes or the first 5 notes of an excerpt. This is all to say that when you're playing this exercise, if this, like I started late just then, I don't know if you guys noticed. Early, on, slow, fast. If the first two beats aren't perfect, then you're already in recovery mode. So the goal is to really lock in those first 2 beats. That's what I'm listening for. I'm just pointing that out. All right, here we go. Thanks for the hearts, by the way. Thank you. What's up, Jacob? And guys, I don't know if you can notice this, but as we're doing this, like, I can feel myself getting more and more calibrated with the metronome, and my goal is just to, boom, really line up in the middle. Yeah, timing, man. Today's about timing and just recalibrating myself to make sure that, you know, the analogy I always tell my students is I'm striving to have a doctor beat implanted inside of me. You know, some kids have like those little credit card metronomes, some people that's running on like a watch battery, and then you've got people who have these atomic metronomes implanted. And my goal is to have perfect time. You know, some people have perfect pitch. My goal is to have perfect time. I'm waiting for you in Portugal. Okay, my friend, find me on Instagram if you would. Huei-Yuan, and let's connect. Send me a direct message or find me on my website. Send me a note so that I can find you, and we'll connect. Thanks for joining. All right, here we go. up, JD? So a couple things to just elaborate on, because I've seen some questions about this pop the last couple weeks. So these are both variations on exercises that I've seen other people do over the years. One variation for the first exercise that I do, which is this. I think Vanguard and MT, they do a version where they go. And they leave out that downbeat so that the right hand and the left hand play the same number of notes. I added the downbeat for the pattern because I find that when you're teaching younger students, and also like as a musician, you feel that downbeat. Even though it's more symmetrical when you leave out that downbeat, I think musically, when you feel that downbeat, that really helps you place the E and the to make sure that it's exactly in time. And it just makes more sense when you're teaching it to people who are seeing this for the first time. So I added that. The second thing is, I think this was in Ricardo's video, I was watching replays this morning. He mentioned how he likes to play it where you grid the rest. So the first pattern is 1 E and, so it's, and then you play 1 E and then you play 1 and then the last one is E and So the order is a little bit different. The reason I do it 1 E and then 1 and is so that the first half of the exercise, the whole section is right hand flow, and then the whole second half is left hand flow. That's why I just reordered them the way. Can you talk about the 4? Can you talk about the 4 in the pattern? The motion specifically. The 4? I'm not sure what you're talking about in terms of the 4, Jacob. Which part of the 4 are you talking about? 4. The left, right, left. Oh, the 4th pattern, E and A. This one. You're speaking in code over here, Jacob. Let's get this together, okay? I'm just kidding. Yeah, so for the 3rd and the 4th pattern, it's all about just keeping your left hand the same. The goal is to make your left hand feel like you're just playing 8s. Except for on the E and the A. My lesson teacher in high school, when he would check the line, he'd always do this. So I'd tap off like this. And he would always fill it in with his other hand. He'd go, ba-da-da-da. And so the composite would be, and he would fill it in because he would just demonstrate that he could play E's and U's really fluidly. And at first it would freak the whole line out, but then we just got used to it. But that's the same idea. You're just filling the left hand. And most of the time when I see people play this pattern, they do this. They go, like the check and the pattern are two different things in their brains. Thanks for those hearts, I appreciate it. Those of you guys who are tapping, I do go back and I look at the numbers and I see who's participating, so thanks for that. They think of the check and the pattern as two separate things, when in reality, this whole exercise is one long phrase. The goal is to make from here all the way to the very end feel like one long phrase. Because one thing that I learned early on was that mature musicians, they think and play long phrases. So we're just trying to make this feel like one long phrase. Cool? All right, let's speed it up a little bit. That was 120. We gotta move things along a little bit here. So I'm gonna go to, I would probably go to 128 if I had more time, but I'm just gonna go 136. Here we go. Having the same here. Yeah, nothing changes. My right hand from here, which is why I do the order that I do. The right hand stays the same for the whole first half, and the left hand stays the same for the whole fast. Let me demonstrate. So essentially your hands do this. Okay, right hand flow, left hand flow. This exercise is about flow, timing, motion, bearing the met. It's so simple, but it's so gratifying when you do it well. Okay? Just like many things in life, it's the simple things. Just do them well. Important to do this at different heights because you'll notice that your hand pressure is going to be different when you're playing lower, and you have to work a little harder as you play higher. Not work harder, but you do need to put more energy into it so that you don't slow down. Doing this sequence, guys, also, like right now, I'm just ratcheting the tempo up and up and up and up. There's lots of different ways to practice it. You can actually do, you know, like circuit training, where you try to confuse your body. You do a little bit of this and you do this. Sometimes I'll go like 172, and then I'll drop down to 120, and then I'll do 136, and I'll do 144. And then I'll try to trick myself and see if I can play the correct tempo right out of the gate. Maybe we'll try that here in just a second. Let's do one more, 172. As you get faster, the flow becomes more and more important, so that you're not tightening or stroking, downstroking when you shouldn't be downstroking. So super important. Okay, let's do a blitz test. I'm gonna drop it down to 120 and see if I can play it exactly in time the first time and catch the new tempo. One more for me. See, that was a little fast. I rushed. One more time. Okay. Call out a tempo from you guys. Let's do a little ideas for Sunday's lesson. Yeah, if you want to submit an idea for Sunday's lesson, I've narrowed it down to 2 topics, but I can always take 2 more options. 138. All right, here we go. Okay. Hey guys, so this is just to say goodbye, but we're done. HTHS, hey guys, thanks for coming back in. I don't know what happened with the signal, it just cut out, and then my phone said goodbye to everything. So thanks for jumping back in and typing out some hearts, guys, as we wrap things up here. I actually just finished packing up my stuff, so I thought maybe we would just pack up and walk together as I go back over. But if you're coming in for the first time, I just finished my 5th day of my 5 for 5. And if you guys have more questions for me, you can ask me as I'm walking here in just a second. I'm just wrapping up. Just want to say a quick thanks to everyone who's been jumping in and checking out these 5 for 5s. And those of you who've been doing the 5 for 5, thanks for doing that as well. You're welcome, Hunter. My pleasure. If you haven't started doing the 5 for 5, it's not too late either. You know, like initially the challenge was just to practice for 5 days in a row. And if you want to do this by Sunday, then you could win a private lesson. I think right now there's only 3 or 4 people who've actually done it for 5 days in a row. I know there's some more scopes that are coming out later today. Huei, what med did you use today? Let me show you real quick. This is the Rhythm Watch, the Tama Rhythm Watch. This is not an endorsement, by the way. I'm not sponsored by Tama or anything, but this is just the gear that I use. Tama is, you know, they make, I first came across Tama when I was playing drum set in middle school. My first drum set was a Tama Rockstar, Tama Rockstar, wine red. And that thing was, you know, like, you could have, I might as well have been sent on a rocket ship when I finally got that drum set. It was, I begged and pleaded with my parents for months and months and months and months, and finally for my Christmas present in 8th grade they got me a drum set, and I stayed up all night setting it up until 2 p.m. and then we're not talking politics here, bacon taters, but if you want to ask me, you can direct message me, I'll let you know by myself. Yeah, but this Tama Rhythm, the reason I use this instead of the DB like 90, my favorite metronome of all time is the DB 88, which they stopped making. Why? I'm not sure. But hey, bud, I just want to keep it kosher here, okay? So help me out and keep it kosher. So this is the DB88, but they stopped making it. And then the DB90, I've found the way they've set it up, it's got that button on top, and it goes on, like it's in your backpack, it turns on up by itself, and then you show up and you're, you know, the never-ending battle of drum techs and staff. Hello from London, is that you never have enough 9 volts, and you always, your metronome's always dead when you need it. It's okay. This is turning into too long of an answer. The point is, this thing is built like a tank. It, when you turn on the subdivisions like this, another thing that I really like about this is that when you turn on the quarter note and the 8th note, if you're doing odd time signatures, because the sounds are all the same, if you're doing like timing would be a perfect example. You turn on the 16th, daga, daga, daga. This is the sound that you're striving for, where all the notes sound exactly the same. And also, I can start it and stop it by hitting it with my stick, and this thing is, like I said, it's really hearty. And then you can see that my students did this for me. They were so nice. They got a label maker, and they labeled the heck out of my metronome for me. So this is whenever I see the label, I think of my students. I say, thanks guys. I've kind of junk Korg, like I need to upgrade. Yeah. Oh, the other good thing about this is it's cheaper than the Dr. B. I want to say 70, but if you go online, if you send me a link, I can send you a link for it, or send me an email, I'll send it to you. Yesterday somebody asked me about sticks. Right now I'm using the FSBK ones. These are like my go-tos. I use these when I march cabs, and I've tried so many different sticks, and these are always the ones that I come back to. Earlier someone asked me about which snare drum stand. I'm not a Yamaha artist. I just like their gear, and this is a drum set stand. It's a little bit lighter, and I'll show you how I carry it around in just a second. And then up here, this is a Beetle percussion pad, which many of you are familiar with. Great feeling, great sounding pad, but what I appreciate most about it is just the hand artisan craftsmanship that goes into the product. And you can see that I've customized my pad with my name. And I usually write what city and date. I got stuff. They should have an Huei official model. Alright, Hunter, go ahead and email Bradley at Beetle Percussion and say you've requested the signature Huei-Yuan pad, practice pad model. And I'm sure he'll have one right out for you. Oh, so check this out, guys. This is something I picked up when I was in drum corps. So you take your stuff like this, and then you turn the stand over like this. Okay. And then I take the pad. I usually do this without the pad, but this travel pad is so small, I can do it. And then now I have a free hand for my drink and the phone. Now I just gotta walk down these stairs without tripping. Wish me luck.